Namaste and welcome to the fifth episode of the Chakra Mandala series. I'm Gitanjali and I'm grateful to have you here with me on this journey of inner alignment, healing and expression through art. Today we move upward on the ladder of consciousness to the Vishuddha Chakra, also known as the Throat Chakra, the sacred center of communication, truth and authentic voice. This chakra, located at the throat, is the bridge between the heart and the mind. It's where emotion meets clarity and inner wisdom takes form as a sound, a song or speech. Vishuddha means pure or purification, and through this chakra we learn to purify our thoughts and words, speaking with integrity, listening with empathy, and expressing without fear. The fifth energy center acts as your body's communication hub. It's the place where your inner world meets the outer world. It's where thoughts become words, where truth takes shape, and where the power of sound begins to ripple through space. This chakra governs more than just speech. It holds the key to authentic expression. It's the seat of your voice, your creativity in spoken form, and your ability to speak for yourself and sometimes for others who cannot. When your throat chakra is open and balanced, you feel confident to speak out your truth, not with aggression, but with calm clarity. You can share your ideas, express your needs, and advocate for yourself without guilt or fear. But Vishuddha isn't just about speaking, it's also about listening to others with presence, listening to your inner voice, listening for the unsaid. When this chakra is blocked, you may find yourself staying silent when you wish you'd spoken up, or speaking too much without feeling heard. You might feel misunderstood, anxious in conversations, or afraid of judgment. You may also experience physical signs, a sore throat, tension in the neck, or even chronic issues with your vocal cords. So how do you clear and open the throat chakra? You start by asking yourself, what truth have I been holding back? What is longing to be expressed through me? You begin with small, honest conversations with yourself, with someone safe, or even through art and journaling. You practice intentional silence, not as avoidance, but as reverence. And you give yourself permission to speak without needing to be perfect. Because here's the truth, you do have something to say, something real, something necessary, and the world needs your voice, not the version shaped by fear or approval, but the one that's been sitting quietly inside you, waiting for permission to rise. Let the Vishuddha Chakra open that gateway. Let it be the channel where thought becomes truth and truth becomes light. This chakra resonates with the essence of Akash, the element of space. Akash is not emptiness, it is potential. It is the great expanse in which all creation begins, the silent womb of sound, the sacred stage on which the thoughts take form and truth finds its voice. Just as space holds galaxies and stars, this chakra holds our capacity to communicate, to express, and to connect, not only with the others, but with our highest self. When the chakra is in balance, the space element becomes a bridge between the heart and the mind, allowing our thoughts, emotions, and intuition to flow freely into spoken or artistic expression. Words come not from ego but from insight. Listening becomes sacred. Silence becomes a teacher. This chakra radiates the color blue, bright and infinite, like the daytime sky. Blue is the color of truth. It soothes, calms, and invites us to open up gently, to speak from clarity rather than chaos, from authenticity rather than approval. It's important to remember that chakras themselves are energy centers. They don't have any color, but the element that surrounds them, in this case the ether, reflects back this beautiful sky blue. Not just any blue, but a radiant electric blue, vast like the open sky, deep like the quiet mind. This is the hue of truth and of transcendence. In yogic wisdom, when one's energies are truly centered in the Vishuddhi, the aura takes on this electric blue glow. It's not just symbolic, it's energetic. Those with the active Vishuddha Chakra begin to resonate at a different frequency, one that balances spiritual awareness with dynamic engagement in the world. This is why enlightened beings like Ram, Krishna, Shiv have long been described in Indian lore as blue-bodied, not because their skin was blue, but because their presence radiated the energy of a fully awakened Vishuddhi. This blue aura symbolizes a rare union, the sweetness of emotion with the clarity of discernment. For most people, these two qualities pull in opposite directions. Too much sweetness and you retreat into stillness, disconnected, at peace but uninvolved. Too much discernment and you become aloof, seeing everything clearly but stepping away from its messiness. But when the Vishuddhi is awakened, you can hold both, the depth of compassion and the sharpness of intellect. You can dance with the world, speak with impact, feel deeply, and act wisely, without being bound by any of it. To be blue-bodied is to be alive and free at once, to be in the world and yet untouched, to be expressive yet centered in silence. At the heart of this chakra's sacred geometry, nestled within the 16-petaled lotus, lies a perfect circle encasing a downward-facing triangle. Each of these shapes holds profound symbolic meaning both individually and together. The circle represents wholeness, infinity, and the boundless nature of Akash, the element of this chakra. It has no beginning and no end, just like truth. It invites us to see communication not as a linear act of speaking and listening, but as a cyclical, flowing energy exchange. When the throat chakra is in balance, we don't just talk, we also absorb, reflect, pause, and respond with presence. The circle is also the cosmic womb of vibration, a space where sound is born, where intention echoes into creation. It reminds us that silence and speech are not opposites, but partners dancing in the same sacred space. The downward-facing triangle symbolizes the divine feminine, Shakti, the energy of receptivity, surrender, and inner purification. It is the funnel through which truth is distilled, moving from chaos to clarity, from idea to word, from essence to expression. In the context of Vishuddhi, this triangle shows us that true communication begins not with speaking, but with listening, listening to others, listening to intuition, listening to the deeper self. Together, the circle and triangle remind us that this chakra is more than just a center of speech. It is a sacred gateway where inner knowing becomes outer action, where silence turns into song, and where communication becomes a path to liberation. The 16 petals are not mere design. They are sacred symbols of vibration, clarity, and communication. Each of the petals correspond to 16 Sanskrit vowels, sound that are open, unimpeded, flowing like the voice of the divine, unlike consonants which require effort and friction. The sounds are the matrika shaktis, the mother energies that form the very foundation of expression. They shape not just words, but emotions, prayers, mantras, poetry, even silence. The 16 petals also reflect the multidimensional nature of self-expression, the voice of honesty, the tone of compassion, the pause of discernment, the echo of creativity. In every sound you utter or hold back, one of these petals stirs. When your Vishuddhi is open and balanced, your communication becomes graceful, truthful, and healing. You speak from your essence, not just to be heard, but to connect, to uplift, and to transform. But when the petals are constricted, when guilt, fear, or repression cloud the voice, the chakra falters. We speak too much or go silent. We lose the rhythm of authenticity. By meditating on the 16-petaled lotus, we reawaken the sacred vibration of the self. We harmonize the energy of the voice with the clarity of the soul, and slowly each petal begins to bloom. In its full expression, the Vishuddha Chakra becomes a blue lotus of liberation, a radiant wheel of sound and silence, where the language of the heart is spoken and the truth of your being is finally heard. Chanted softly, the beach mantra hum harmonizes the ether within. It aligns your words with wisdom, makes space for truth, and opens the gates between your inner self and the outer world. So breathe in that blue. Let it swirl gently through the space of your being, and as you chant, let the voice that rises be not just from your throat, but from the center of your clarity, compassion, and cosmic connection. The throat chakra doesn't just ask us to speak. It invites us to align word with wisdom, rhythm with reason. In this mandala, we are reminded speech can be strength without force. Stillness can be eloquence. Let the symmetry settle you. Let the balance awaken your inner clarity. And let your voice rise, not from reaction, but from knowing. This is the healing power of blue. It does not demand, it invites. It does not rush to speak, but waits with presence and grace. As you gaze into this mandala, allow the blue to wash over you, cleansing old blockages, dissolving the dust of guilt, clearing the channel between thought and speech. Let it awaken your ability to say, I am ready to speak. I am ready to be heard. I am ready to listen. We all carry stories that don't always find words, but if you could paint your truth, your raw, unfiltered self, what colors would you choose? We often think of self-expression as speaking up, but the truth is, our voice begins much earlier, in a feeling, a hesitation, a heartbeat. In this mandala, we move beyond structure into sensation. This mandala speaks without sound. Its waves curl softly, like thoughts before they become words. Gold streaks shimmer like moments of insight. Truths we almost said, but held back. Blue, the color of the unsaid, of breath held and released. It holds the stillness of the sky, the depth of the sea, and the quiet courage it takes to speak your truth. This mandala isn't loud. It moves gently, like ripples across water. Each line a feeling, each shimmer a moment of honesty. Expression begins here, not always in words, but in energy, in intention, in presence. Let the waves guide you inward, let the color become your voice, and let your truth rise without force, only flow. And when words are no longer needed, we move inward. We move towards vision, towards knowing. Join me as we step into the realm of the third eye, where perception goes deeper than sight. Let's see what lies within. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button.